today Vodacom has ended Facebook free mode. We've seen the negative sentiment went out by 13%. You get what I mean, right?
I get what you mean.
Okay,
man.
I hope you guys get what I mean.
You
too.
guys better get what you mean. Catch my drift. The KPMG employee accused of stealing battery funds has been arrested. So that also showed up and contributed to the busiest day, which was Thursday.
Casper got married over the weekend.
Ooh.
Chris XL 102, 27,000 mentions, 149 million impressions. He's trending at number 1 as the most mentioned in South Africa. My dog.
What's up, my G?
Hey, umnandi.
Khamba kahle. Too smooth, eh?
No, too smooth.
Too smooth.
Except kunabanye abadla imali mbana.
Hayi abantu bayadla imali. Cabanga udla 16 million no baby.
And then usikhombise ku Instagram.
Usibonise ukuthi yes, ngidla imali yenu. Ngiyadlala yamabhayisari. Kunengane ezingafundanga.
Hey, yeah, we definitely going to talk about that, but there's been a lot happening. Welcome back, of course, to Spaza Talk. Umshuti Wabashuti is in the building, and as you know, Ngihamba Nempintsha
In the stew, boy.
Issue. And on our previous episode, we just had a bomb of a guest.
Bomb.
The guy who... bomb.
Yeah, it's a bomb. And he had the new Shaga on the new ad.
Oh, so dope. But definitely check out the episode. We're chatting to a really, really dope copywriter who worked on a Chicken Licken ADVERT, Mgijimi, which was our ad of the week last week. Definitely check it out. He worked on it. We told you guys we're going to bring these people, so definitely check out the interview. It's very short. It's about 20 minutes or so. Definitely check it out. But yeah, Mpinjami, best keep on it last week.
Ooh, last week, the Cape Town storm.
Yo, I saw cars flying, dude.
I saw a truck fly over a bridge.
A bridge, bro?
Yeah.
A truck.
A whole truck with things, goods.
Yo. But Cape Town is known for winds, ne?
Yeah. Actually, it's crazy good. They call PE
the Windy City.
The Windy City. But Cape Town has the most winds than actually Ireland, PE.
Yeah, and what happens with these winds, it causes more fire because it has been fires a lot, so it spreads them even quicker. Yeah. So that's happening in Cape Town. To all my homies in Cape Town,
stay safe,
and all our listeners, stay safe. Just stay indoors and watch Spaza Talk and use
I think put some bricks in your pockets. Dude,
I saw some guy crawling. Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, what else happened during the week?
Ooh, Kendrick and J. Cole. I think that's like the Biggie and Pac of this era, right?
Right now.
The Biggie or Pac, who apologized? Biggie.
Who apologized?
J. Cole apologized.
Yes, he apologized. And he said he doesn't want to do all this beef stuff.
Yep.
And all that.
I'll call Kendrick Tupac because he's a hardcore fan. Yaga Tupac.
Of course he's hardcore. That man gyms at a public gym.
My G.
He doesn't have a gym membership.
So now J. Cole is gone. So it was the big three. And it's
yes, Drake.
J. Cole has admitted Kendrick has the best catalog. He's the best. No,
but you and I discussed this. Who timeless albums? Name a timeless. We're not even going to talk too much. Name a timeless album by Kendrick. Name a timeless album by
J. Cole.
And
J. Cole for me
has more.
Has 2.
Yes, and
Bonsina, name 24.
No, Forest.
2040. Yes,
Forest Hill Drive.
Forest Hill Drive.
And Kendrick has Section 80 maybe and Pimp a Butterfly. No?
Section 80 to Pimp a Butterfly. Good Kid, Mad City. Damn.
So are you saying those are classic
Classics.
albums?
His albums are all classics.
Okay, so you're a fan of Kendrick.
By far.
Okay, I see you again.
Always.
We talked about the Drake thing. Does Drake have a classic album? And we said no, he doesn't have. And a classic album, we're talking like Pimp a Butterfly or like
from one to the end. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah. And you can say somebody said no. Somebody said though. Nobody said, "Hey, yo, please play King Kunta." But anyway, that's what happened with the J. Cole issue. We're not going to focus too much on it. It is making the rounds on social media. And then we have got this KPMG guy who has funded or something like that, over 16 million rands worth of funds that were meant for students.
From the bursary fund, yes. So he was meant to, I think they were meant to pay bursaries for these students, transferred the money to some of the businesses that he knows, and they transferred it back to him straight, direct. I think when you're a criminal, find ways to just hula hoop the system. Don't be so direct. But homie's in court today. He's in court actually.
Yeah, he was.
I think it's in Palm Ridge.
Yes.
He's in Palm Ridge court. Let's see how it goes, man. But KPMG is crazy. Got a criminal from a criminal. Anyways.
So KPMG, have they come out? I think they came out with a statement, didn't they?
They can't come out with statements, those ones. They are also culprits.
They're also culprits in this thing because in many other things, actually. Yeah, we've had KPMG stories before we started this podcast more than a few years ago. There were a few stories. But yeah, that's what's happening in the streets right now with the KPMG story. And then there's obviously a few other things that are happening that you guys will let us know about. But we know that Canal Plus have also made a bid again to buy MultiChoice at 400 million rand more than the previous
actual
evaluation, which was rejected in February. So that's really, really great news.
Is that Motsepe's bag? That's probably Motsepe saying, I'll put in the 400.
Definitely, that's the one. And then today, Vodacom has ended Facebook free mode. So that some big news that could do with the fact that they have to pay.
Please call me.
Yeah, they have to pay
from
homie.
Being the nation's favorite to being the most hated.
Because
now the peeps won't get free Facebook.
Free mode, free Facebook more, free mode on Facebook. So yeah, from the 9th of April, that is definitely
users
gone.
Are gonna drop on Facebook. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then what looks like a convoy transporting the former National Assembly Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula has just left her home in Johannesburg. So we saw this. It was big news happening last week, and obviously there was a snake in that
There was
video.
a snake there.
No, there wasn't a snake. People are saying it was a bird.
Oh, was it a bird?
It was birds. Like it was a few birds afterwards. But yeah, really, really interesting stories. I'm sure there's even more. Must be Lana. There's even that guy who's hitting on every woman on Twitter right now.
Is it the guy that was talking about champagne and Rosebank?
Yeah, he says that guy says found you cute. Champagne or wine? No, wine or coffee, Rosebank, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Like there's his lines. And then if you reject him, he's and which all the girls.
He's a sole loser.
He's a sole loser.
When they reject him.
Yeah, that guy probably hit on like every Twitter girl, by the way. Like that's how bad it is. So gents, check your lady's phone DM.
It's cold. Don't be starving. It's cold.
No, this man was in 2020. He was DMing from 2020. Even now he's DMing. That's all he says to all of them. Found you cute. And at the same place, almost the same time in Rosebank. It's always Rosebank. How crazy is that?
But make a move, take me out. Homie's doing it.
Hey, homie, but
homie's doing it.
Homie is a bit
creepy.
A bit creepy there. But yeah, what else happened, Pincham, before we get into the stats?
From my side, that's that. Hey, that is it, my man.
I see that DSTV Premiership matches. That's trending stats, right?
Yeah. That's in our trending stats. I know there's 3 popular games. I'll say 3 popular because they were from the 3 big teams.
Yeah.
Which is Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs, and Pirates. Pirates won 7-1 against Golden Arrows.
Okay.
Sundowns won 1-0 against, I think it's Richards Bay.
Yeah.
Kaizer Chiefs.
They lost, didn't they?
Kaizer Chiefs pulled the Kaizer Chiefs as always.
They pulled the Kaizer Chiefs
against who were they play? Cheaper United. Disappointed.
Unlucky to
by
them.
the Kaizer Chiefs boys.
For sure, yeah. A lot of sports obviously also happened on the weekend. We know that if you guys are really interested in more sports, check out Chasing the Sun 2 that is on DSTV. With about the Springboks, and then of course the Derby. Liverpool and Manchester United played over the weekend, and I think it was a draw if I can remember properly. I just can't believe Man United lost. In my head, we still won. Apparently, there's a penalty that was meant to be given, and yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the stats for the week. Before I get too passionate about Manchester United, because we got robbed. We
can't do this. So they won according to you.
According to me,
but they lost.
No, we drew. I think we drew. We drew. Yeah, but scoring in last minute.
Doesn't count.
I wish I could put that video for you guys. I'm hoping I'm going to put that video. You guys tell me if it's a penalty. But anyway, let's get on to the stats, man, Mgijimi, because that's everything for the week, ne?
Yeah, that's all. In terms of other conversations that are outside of our trending topics.
Love that. And then you guys let us know what else is trending in the comments that we might have missed. But let's get on to the stats. So in terms of the total tweets that went out last week, we're seeing a big increase. We've sort of had this before, 8% increase in the number of tweets that went out last week, 6.8 million tweets that went out.
Yeah.
And then in terms of the unique authors, we're seeing a 12% decrease. So that's also a number we haven't seen before, with 117,000 people that were tweeting unique authors that were tweeting last
there's
week.
a drop. It's all the BB Mzansi bots.
Yeah,
They're all down now. They switched them off.
Because Big Brother Mzansi is definitely over, but we'll talk about that a bit later. And then let's get to the sentiment of the country. We've seen the negative sentiment went out by 13%, we've talked about this before. And generally, the country is a bit sad, or not in a good mood, or in a negative mood rather. So that's gone up by 13%. And then the positive, which is also great, has gone up by 17%. So there are a few things obviously happening here. And we know politics is always a huge contributor. We know that reality shows, corruption. We're seeing things like the KPMG case. But we're going to get to let's get to the negative word words.
Cloud. Cloud. So words like killed, corruption, hate, criminals, ANC, they all contributed to the negativity, right?
For sure,
last week, and the major increase that happened last week.
Nice. I mean, not nice, but we definitely see that, you know. You get what I mean, right?
I get what you mean.
Okay, I hope you guys get what I mean.
You guys better get what I mean. Catch my drift.
Okay, let's go to the positive, because that's always the good stuff. What are we seeing here? We're seeing Zintle.
Zintle, there's Zintle Mufokeng, because she was at Konka. I think we'll get into it some more. Zintle Mufokeng from Bibi Mzansi. We also have Good Morning, congratulations. And we see other Bibi Mzansi stars like Liema, former star Kosi Twala is also showing up, and Yolanda. So it's just those few Big Brother Mzansi conversations that also contributed to the positivity in the previous week.
For sure, we've been seeing them doing a lot of interviews, and of course there's a bit of controversy, but some people are sending their bank details and they want payments from people. But I think for clarification, one of the contestants is saying that somebody gave out the wrong bank details saying pay me, so here are the right bank details if you want to pay me. And then the others are coming, that's the winner, Mick Jr. Because we saw what happened with one of the previous contestants. I think it wasn't in Kosi's group, the guy with lots of tattoos. They bought him a house.
It was the previous one. I think it was Temba.
They bought him out. So people do these kind of things. But we're seeing that happen.
But now there's a lot of scams around there.
Sure, there's a lot of scams around. So the real guys are putting out their real details so that you know their own real details instead of rather putting it into the wrong accounts. But anyway, those the word cloud on the positive word cloud rather from last week. Then the busiest days we see Thursday with over 1.1 million mentions.
1.1 million mentions. Last week, Thursday, the 4th of April, was the busiest week. And some of the conversations that contributed to that is Nosiviwe.
Sure.
I think she's facing bribery charges.
Yes, she is definitely.
About alleged kickbacks she received from a contractor during her time as defense minister.
For sure, yes. So that's definitely trending for in South Africa, and it's big news in the political space that's currently happening right now.
Sure.
And
the KPMG employee accused of stealing treasury funds has been arrested. So that also showed up and contributed to the busiest day, which was Thursday. We also have the roast of Mini Dlamini.
Yes, which happened over the weekend. Yes, and we had Trevor Kumbi was there, Celeste Ntuli was there. And then there's another guy from the US who's a comedian. I can't remember his name, but he was also there. I believe it was a good evening, actually, it looks like.
Nice. I see Tumela Nkune wasn't there. He probably didn't accept the invite.
Well, did Quinton accept it? He was probably there at the back laughing his ass off. But we also see that Casper got married over the weekend.
Oh, congrats to Cas, man.
Congratulations, Caspino.
It
looked a bit weird. Man. People are suspecting it's a music video because he was dressed in Igbo attire, which is a bit awkward.
The patterns are actually Tswana patterns, but the design was
Igbo, which is weird. Why would you get in? I mean, they both look, I think they both Tswana.
I think.
Yeah.
What's her name? That chick, the lady's name?
Singing Kotliwe, but yes, Upuleng, I think that is the name.
Pulani,
yeah, for sure. Pulani. So that's something that's also happening. But then, which
remember the Pulani?
Which Pulani?
The Pulani of all Pulani. You don't remember Pulani?
No, you've got
the one that had all the guys talking. I think this was back in 2015, 14.
I think I remember her.
Yeah, her curtains were nice though. She had nice curtains in the background and stuff.
All right, let's get to the busiest day, or the busiest hours rather. In the morning, we're seeing it's between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. So it still hasn't changed. That has changed. It was 10 and 11 before.
Yes, it was 10 and 11 or 8 and 9.
Sure.
But now it's 9 and 10. And then in the evening, we have 9 p.m. leading.
Yes.
Followed by 8 p.m.
And before it was 8
p.m. and 9.
Interesting.
Very interesting. So I tried to analyze and see what has changed, but there's not a massive change. It's not a show that contributed to it or anything.
So let's get to the top trending hashtags from last week in Mgijimi. We see that we've got Nothing new that much. We've seen our returners are back.
Yeah, the return soldiers. Nothing exciting. It's more around Bibi Mzansi again because it was the finale. So the conversation spilled over to last week. So I think the finale was last week, Sunday.
Yes.
So it spilled over to this week, to this past week that we had.
So we're seeing a lot of Big Brother Mzansi contestants and Big Brother hashtags involved.
Sure.
So at number 5?
Number 5, we have Zinhle Mofokeng with 9.5 thousand mentions and 182 million impressions.
Sure.
And the whole reason why she was trending, besides Uguti, she was at the finale party and all of that, there was a homecoming celebration for her that was held at Konka this past Sunday.
On the
7th of April.
This was actually dope. So she was actually being celebrated. Is she from Soweto?
I think so. Could be.
Interesting. Yeah. So coming at number 5, hashtag Zinhle Mofokeng. And at number 4, we've got hashtag Yolanda Monya with 43,000 mentions and 58 million impressions. Another Big Brother Mzansi member, and definitely not new to the top trending hashtags. And number 3 is another returner, which is hashtag Liema Pansi with 46,000 mentions and 62 million impressions. At number 2 is somebody who's always here.
Someone who's always here. And
but
the
now,
reason why...
Before I stop you, before you carry on, sorry. This is also in probably the past 3 weeks. We haven't had her in our stats.
Yep.
Or something like that.
Yep.
So she's a return.
For a couple of weeks. Kosi Twala with 48,000 mentions and 31 million impressions. So the reason why Kosi keeps showing up, I think we did say it last week. See, she has a podcast called Coffee with
Kosi, yes.
Coffee with a K. And all these BB Mzansi stars all go to that show to be interviewed after. And they have some coffee no cause.
Hey, it looks really amazing. It is definitely something that keeps it trending quite a lot. Even after the previous season, even this season is over and she's still trending.
100%.
But at number 1, we've got the number 1 reality show in South Africa
which is over now.
Which is over right now, but it's still trending at number 1 in South Africa because the conversation is spilling over. So hashtag Bibi Mzansi with 55,000 mentions and 152 million impressions. Really, really dope. And then we've got a bonus for the week, which is...
I haven't had a bonus in a minute.
In a while, right?
Yeah.
So it's good to see this. Please tell us the bonus, bro.
So the bonus hashtag is actually DSTV Prem, which is the current Premier League in Mzansi, sponsored by DSTV. Great sponsorship, must say.
Yeah,
with 13,000 mentions and 998 million impressions. That's close to 1 billion. It was one tweet away from 1 billion.
It actually
Chris
was,
Excel just said, yo, Chiefs. It was going to be 1 billion. And like I said, there were a couple of games that played, like Pirates with Arrows, Chippa United, Kaizer Chiefs. They lost 2-0 Kaizer Chiefs. Nothing new, Vele.
Since he has Vele, we definitely lost, unfortunately.
People are ahead and you guys are just making it worse.
Of course, you need to do better. But those are the top trending hashtags from last week, Mzansi. We're hoping to see, obviously, new ones because this is dominated by Big Brother everywhere. So we're hoping to see new ones like the Real Housewives of Durban, which is obviously has been trending on our stats
and
before.
There's new shows that have dropped, eh?
Yes, of course, there's new shows.
I think there's one called Champions Mzansi.
Okay.
I haven't watched them though, but I feel like we need to see more of those here.
For sure, we will. And I know that coming up to the elections on the 29th of May, just before that, we're definitely going to have more towards election time. It's strange that, the country is still quiet about politics, especially in our trending topics. So
there's no load shedding.
Hey. This one is bad.
Apparently the grid is stable.
Suddenly
it's stable. I don't know how it was unstable.
These guys, when they bring it back, we're going to be crying.
Yep.
After the elections. Of course. Just make sure you know who to vote for. 30th of May. For sure. 29th of May.
30th. I guess bazosinika election sivote esifila ngathi we have freedom. The next day back to reality.
Off. Anyway, let's get to the top earners from last week. So the top tweeters. And at number 5, we got at PMC Africa with 14,000 mentions and 242 million impressions. Another return soldier onto South Africa.
I think this list is it's usual suspects.
It's the usual
they just
suspects.
Changed the spots.
For sure, definitely.
Same guys.
I'll read out number 4, then you can read out the rest. At number 4, we've got M_Blue Jay. So at M_Blue Jay with 14,000 mentions and 48 million impressions. And at number 3, we've got your fave.
Destiny Z with 18,000 mentions and 176 million impressions.
Shout out to
her. That's good. Shout out Zinhle.
For sure.
And then number 2, we have MDN News. At MDN News, you always say to me, say at MDN News. with 20,000 mentions and 130 million impressions. And then, last but not least, the most toxic, the toxicated toxication.
Maybe we shouldn't call him toxic. Maybe he will talk to us. Yeah.
I don't want to talk to him. Maybe you can talk.
But he'll talk to us. Maybe he'll talk to us in a toxic way.
I don't want to talk to toxic people, bro.
Yeah, and definitely Chris Excel.
I'm on a journey.
You're on a journey.
You know what I'm saying? A mental health journey.
Okay.
Meditation and stuff. So
sure,
if I bring Chris, I'll go back to zero.
But you know, it's so interesting that we got Chris Excel. Let's read out his stats quickly. So Chris Excel 102, 27,000 mentions, 149 million impressions. He's trending at number 1 as the most mentioned in South Africa. What I was about to say is that it's so crazy that as much as you deny, if you go through your TL, you're bound to come across at least 3 of these guys in one day.
Yep.
No matter
multiple tweets and with the highest engagement.
With the highest engagement.
You will never get 2 likes.
Sure, yeah, for sure. MDNS News is always updating us with the latest news or old news sometimes. So yeah, these are usual suspects, guys. If you definitely want to trend higher than this, make sure that you looking at what they're doing or tapping into their space. And then that's it for the week. But do we have ad of the week, my brother?
I have ad of the week. So I haven't watched it, but actually a friend recommended it. It's by KFC.
Yeah.
Beyond the Sea. I'm still yet to check it
out. To watch it out, right? But it's recommended by a really dope person.
By the best.
Yeah. We won't mention who.
We won't mention who, but it's by the best in the industry. They're like, check out this ad. My friend created this ad.
Oh, dope.
And I know that friend.
So
and we can get that friend, yeah.
So it's your friend.
Actually.
Yeah, we must get that friend.
We must get that friend.
Since he saw his friend talk about his competitor brand.
Yeah. So check out the new KFC ad, Beyond the Sea. And let's hear what you have to say about it. Maybe we'll get the people that created it.
For sure, yeah. That is it for the week. Umshuti Wabashuti, of course, is always going to be here. And once again, guys, we're bringing you the stats. Actually, we had a fresh new month. So we are talking from the 1st of April till the 7th of April, which is actually dope. Yeah. So you guys got us on a fresh new month. This is what exactly is happening in a fresh new month of April. It is April Fool's month, is it? Or is it a month?
No, it's a day.
Oh, it's only a day.
Yeah, if it was a month, it would be a mess.
It would be a mess.
They probably wouldn't pay your salary. Or pay you 5 rand and say,
Yeah, that's so true. But Mgijimi, is there anything else that's we need to talk about for the week?
I think that's that. Let's keep it like that.
Let's
short,
keep it light
punchy.
Yeah. For sure, definitely love that. But you definitely check you guys next week. Umshuti Wabashuti is out of here. Make sure that you guys are listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts too. And thank you to our sponsors, www.colorspace.co.za. Hey. And then our favorite, of course, Brandwatch.
Brandwatch, man. Brandwatch.
Shout out to Brandwatch for these stats. We really appreciate them. If you want to get in contact with them, make sure that you do get in contact with them. And also make sure that you get in contact with us if you want to get some of these stats for your brand or see how you're performing.
Understanding the township market.
For sure.
I feel like that's an untapped market.
It really is an untapped market.
Brands need to start getting into
that. Sure. And we've got some really insightful stuff on the township market, especially in what we do with the podcast. So we can give you some insights on that. Make sure that you hit us up, spazatalk@gmail.com. Otherwise, check us out on all our social media platforms. For Umshuti Wabashuti, I'll check you guys next week. Peace.
From Joburg, keep warm. I'm not Joburg. We in Joburg. Keep warm and stay safe. Ciao.